Hi, and welcome to Have a Chat. I'm Veronique Arsenault, your host for today, with my absolutely fantastic, beautiful co-hosts, Judy Loge and Audrey Lynch.
So good afternoon.
Welcome to Monday.
Hi, girls.
Yes, Monday is 0 degrees plus 1.
Weird
take
weather.
Middle of January. I love it. I love it.
We're
I'm
getting
not gonna
lucky. We're
lie.
lucky.
We
I know,
really
and
are compared to Newfoundland.
No,
Yeah, but-
we're not.
Yeah,
No,
not going to go there.
No, and we're on a new set.
We are
Yes.
a new set, everybody. Welcome to the first of the first.
I know, it's a little bit more spacious.
The backdrop.
So for those who have joined us live on set before, we're actually, it feels like we're in the Cadillac version here. It's got a lot of rooms. It's good.
Yeah,
It's good.
we have
We'll
a lot
take
more
it.
space.
I know, we'll take it.
Thank you to
Definitely.
the Rogers crew for getting all this arranged.
Yes,
Yeah.
our wonderful
A lot
producer,
of
Sean.
Yes. Sean.
So we're going to kick off as we always do with our quote of the day. And Audrey, you're leading this one.
I'm up. And I did a lot of soul searching this morning because it was a very busy weekend, a bit of a traumatic weekend and things like that for some people in California. And yes, I was going through Kobe Bryant's
Of course.
quotes. Very, very well known for his work ethic and all that he's done. And of course, you know, the NBA basketball you know, career that he has spawned, which is over and beyond.
Yeah.
One of his quotes, because I only was allowed to pick one because there were so many great ones.
Yeah.
So the one I chose to say today is something that he had said that was very, very touched my heart. Was everything negative, pressure, challenges, is all an opportunity for me to rise.
Apparently, he was the king of that.
Yes.
He loved the challenge. He loved the competitiveness aspect of it, and everything he did.
Yeah.
No,
Amazing.
in all aspects of his life, family,
right.
children, husband,
Yep.
his career, and even his community.
That's right.
Yeah.
He was a driving
his work
force.
ethic
He was iconic.
bar none.
Yeah.
For sure.
So hard to believe that he was killed yesterday at the age of 41, along with his daughter, who was 13, and 7 others in a helicopter crash yesterday. So very,
Unfortunately, yeah.
very sad. And one of the things that struck me is she was a phenomenal basketball player as well. They were on their way to practice.
Yes.
And one of the things I was reading a lot, of course, about Kobe Bryant yesterday, and one of the things is he kept saying that people would stop him and say, "You need to have a son," because he has 4 daughters, right?
Right.
You need to have a son. You need somebody to carry on your legacy.
That's old thinking.
And his daughter said, "No, I got this. I'm carrying on the legacy." And she was 13, and she was apparently quite an amazing basketball player. So
Yeah, she had a love for it, like her father.
Yeah.
It's a shock when something
Yeah.
like that
It
happens.
is.
It's like having the Wayne Gretzky
Yeah.
or Crosby or some other huge name around the world. Every person matters that passes on, no matter
course,
what tragedy. It's just that everybody knew him. Never
Yeah,
one
that's just it.
He
And
knew
Kobe
so
is-
many.
He's not just basketball. He was just so well known as a round
Exactly.
person, you know,
Yeah.
and the
Big
qualities.
connections.
Yeah, exactly.
And
That's
he had
just it.
just surpassed in points, all-time points. He was the leader. LeBron James. Just
LeBron James
Saturday
passed
night.
him. LeBron James passed him.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Sorry, he was in place until
Yeah.
LeBron James surpassed
He was
that.
he was in 3rd, and then LeBron James.
That's shocking.
Yeah.
On Saturday night, he
know.
passed it over and
Yeah.
said, "Hey, brother, I'm so glad
Yeah.
for you."
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're kidding.
2
Yeah.
nights, the
Fantastic.
day before, actually,
Fantastic.
that he passed away
Yeah,
2 nights
I
ago.
know.
Yeah, so our
Yeah.
thoughts and prayers
Oh,
with
absolutely.
family and everyone that was involved in that horrible accident.
Yeah, absolutely.
Huge
You
star,
know,
2-time
definitely.
Olympic,
Nine
two Olympic
people,
golds,
yeah.
and
9 people killed in that accident.
Yeah, all
so.
of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's just it.
Yeah, hard to
Champion.
believe.
I mean-
Judy, you had a really busy weekend, but you went to the movie.
Oh, I went to the movie last week.
Oh, okay.
I went to the
Okay.
movie with a couple of friends. It was heavy, but I was told to go see it. I have to
yes.
go see it.
So what did you see?
1917.
1917.
Yes,
okay,
you know,
so
it
a
was
history
I won't
movie.
tell you. Yes, of course,
Okay.
the World War
Okay.
One, and it was heavy because my grandfather fought in that. So I
Yeah.
wanted to pay honor to all of those who did, and to see apparently the camera and then the everything about it. I can't say the word. It's Monday.
Yes, I know.
Technology-wise
Okay.
and camera shots and everything
Okay.
was unusually well done.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Taken with one long shot. The whole movie was done with
Oh,
one
really?
camera following throughout instead of an angle here
Oh,
and
wow.
an angle there.
Oh, you're
That
kidding.
was pretty. The cinematography was amazing.
So was it really intense?
Very intense, heavy. Like my friend, a guy that was with me and another girl, they said, "Wow, you can almost breathe now that it's over."
Oh, really?
But such
On the edge of your
a
seat the whole time?
heartwarming
Was it?
story,
Yeah.
and it gave you a real view of what those men endured during the war.
Okay.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was
No.
a good
So
movie.
2 thumbs up?
Yeah,
Did
it
you
won
give
the
it a-
picture of the year. It
Oh,
won
wow.
at the
Okay.
The others are coming up, the
Yeah.
Academy Awards, but it won the Golden
Yeah.
Globe,
Oh,
Best
it did.
Picture of the Year.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I tend not to go to those because
Heavy?
I look for
I'm like you.
escapism, right? Like it's
Right.
so Captain Marvel is typically my, like the
getaway.
the Avenger movies, that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
because it's really not real life. So I
You're,
No.
wanting to get
I'd
away.
watch it because it is a true life story.
Yes.
But that history and those war ones, I'm like Veronique, and I find it almost heart-wrenching to watch them and have a realization that that's what they experienced.
But
for
it
real.
gives you better appreciation
It's-
for what we
absolutely.
have going on now, and we have our
Absolutely.
men and women serving our country
Yeah.
and beyond, and
True.
and what it does to make you appreciate them
Oh,
that are the
absolutely.
heroes
Yeah.
for our country
Yeah.
and
Most
fighting
definitely.
for our freedom.
Yeah, and so actually we move on a little bit in history, and today is the International Holocaust Remembrance Day. So it's
Right.
the 75th
Yes.
anniversary
Yes.
of the liberation
Yes.
of Auschwitz. So it was a somber day, absolutely. But yeah, so I mean, at least we've it's funny. You say that you need to remember history so that otherwise you're doomed to repeat it. It's Monday. I can't talk either.
I'm really tongue twisted today.
Yeah, you're doomed to
Yeah.
repeat it if you don't remember it. And I think, sometimes I look and I worry that we're repeating history a little bit. As I look at the world and I see all that's
that's right.
going on, south of the border and all
the
over the world.
terrorism and the wars and things
Yeah,
are
but
still
it's,
ongoing.
as
unfortunately.
long as we can remember them, we can make efforts not to relive it and not to repeat it. So so today is that day, the 27th of January, is the International Holocaust Remembrance Day.
I watched one
Yeah.
woman that turned
Did you?
100 today that was a survivor.
Oh.
Oh,
and one
you're
of her
kidding.
talks is from Slovenia. And she said, you can hear people talk about it, the survivors, and the stories are horrid, but you would never believe how horrid until you've actually lived it. And she said that they would just give the women, she was in the camp from 1944 to 45, so a whole year in there. And she said it was beyond horrifying because they give them enough to survive on, a little bit of food, then
Yeah.
make them work all day. And every morning there was a 1 hour inspection, a full inspection
Yes,
of
I
the.
remember seeing
And
that.
one day it poured rain, so they had a 4-hour inspection. And she said that day I will never forget.
Yeah.
They were out in the rain and freezing and starving. Well, and that was just.
I
part of it.
remember. I watched Schindler's List. It's one of the few few
yes.
types of those movies
Yeah.
that I watched. And I remember that. But it's interesting. There's a comedian, and I can't think of her name right now, but she's been on like Mad TV and all those things, and she talks about her grandmother being a survivor of Auschwitz, and she talks about. See, and they're getting emotional, but
I get emotional over this too.
I know,
this
and
is a big one.
she was in the camp and she was in line and she said to the soldier, "What happens if I step out of line?" And he said, "I don't have the heart to shoot you, but somebody will." And she stepped out of line and she survived.
Oh.
Oh, you're
So
kidding.
there's so many stories,
Oh,
and they're going to be
wow.
honoring all over today. Like they're
Wow.
going to be having the museum opened, and
Yeah.
they're going to be having films
No.
done and everything. Because I think, out of respect, there were 6 million people lost. That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
a
no,
horrifying
it's
time. I keep
incredible.
using that
That's
word.
just
That's the only word I can
Well, no,
apply to it.
well, really, yeah. But some good stuff happened. So
Oh, right.
Okay.
some good stuff happened on the weekend.
Let's
So
swing it
you
around.
hosted a trivia night.
I did, and I've never ever hosted a trivia
Yeah.
night, and I was proud of myself. Remember last week I said I
Yes.
would do well in the entertainment or the fashion or whatever? I
Right.
knew a lot of those answers.
Oh,
Did you
good.
really?
I thought, why am I hosting and not playing?
Yeah, that's right.
I thought I would have helped those teams out.
Yes,
I know
yeah.
a lot of those answers, and there were a couple I had no clue about, but for the most part, yes. It was a fundraiser for the Miramichi Catholic
Right.
Refugee Committee,
Yes,
Okay.
which is a fine group of people trying to help another family come to Miramichi.
Yes, yeah.
Actually, we have a family, 2 families that I know of, and one of the women present there that evening has a beautiful little family, and it's her brother-in-law and his family of 11, including the mom and dad.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
9
you're
children
kidding.
that they're
Yeah.
bringing over.
Oh, wow.
This committee.
Yeah.
Right.
2-year-old girl, a 5 and 6-year-old boy, 5 teenage girls, and a 19-year-old boy.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
And so they're making great headway because
Yep.
they've been working on this for a while.
Yep.
And they're certainly doing their part in fundraising to help this beautiful family come over because as we were speaking, a little message came in from her brother over in Syria that their big tent was being flooded where they were all in one area.
Shoot.
Well, and when the family first came here to Miramichi, the brother-in-law said to the family, "Please don't forget about us here."
Oh no, and they're not.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
and
for
so I put a pitch out there to people that night, like, think about it, what they're going to need, a baby with diapers and the clothing and 5 girls. If those 5 teenage girls don't get over, which plans are being made to bring them, they're going to be having to be married against their will to somebody that they don't even know, the arranged marriage. Who wants that? So it was a very successful night. A lot of teams.
Who won?
It was, I can't, the name, there was so many different, they had to make up their names,
Yes,
right?
of
Oh,
course,
did they?
yeah.
They had to
So,
create team names.
for example,
and things
Dr.
like that.
McKnight's team was there with Dr. Another doctor, so they came up with the McKnightmares.
Yeah,
Oh,
The
okay.
McKnights, and
Okay.
that was funny.
But something else happened at the end of that evening that you and Gerard were part of.
Oh, we gave a
Yeah.
donation
Yeah.
of $5,000
Aw.
because our heart, it was just so emotional. I cried when we did that because I called upon Huda, the lady that is of the Syrian background, and she came up. Such a humble, sweet person, so appreciative and grateful and loving in Miramichi. Can't believe how beautiful it is.
Yeah.
Right.
We just thought about it before the event, and we said we should contribute to that because how would we feel if we didn't have the blessings we have as Canadian citizens and living in such a beautiful country? She said, I can't believe how beautiful it is here. She spoke. And I said, well, I want to add something to that. It's a little contribution for the committee to be able to help your brother-in-law come over and whatever. They're going to need mattresses. They're going to need bedding.
Oh, they need everything.
They're going to need
everything.
a dental work done. Can you imagine the situation they've had with
I'm
dental?
assuming that they've got housing in place.
No, so what
Or is
happens
that
with
something- how
that?
does
So
that
just
go?
so just to I guess give everybody a little who hasn't been involved in the past. So what happens is when a committee or an organization decides to sponsor a family to come over, they have to have enough money set aside to support this family for a full year in every aspect.
Okay.
So housing, food, everything. Like they have to support that family for a full year. And then the Miramichi Multicultural Association, if we're talking about Miramichi, will step in and they will do so their language training. They'll help them get skills to apply for a job, that kind of thing. So over that year, the family, the parents particularly, so the kids go to school. The parents also go to school, so they have to learn how to speak English. And then the committee is responsible to help them find a job, to settle into life, to help them get their driver's license, to help them, apply for Medicare, all of those things. So the committee, actually, the organization takes care of that family for a year.
What a committee they are.
Minimally, right? That is the commitment
so that
they have to
can
make.
learn how things are
They have
run
to
in
set- they have to
Canada,
settle.
so that they can
They have to settle.
so that they can stand on their own 2 feet.
That's right. So
afterwards.
when the committee makes that commitment, or the organization makes that commitment at the end of that year, the family is expected to have gainful employment and to support themselves, so that
Right.
they are not dependent on the government.
And
We
they
are
do
not.
have-
We are not supporting these
They're
families.
just given the opportunity to be given the chance
survive.
to be able to.
And this dad of this woman that received the donation, and it wasn't just our donation, it was they raised $1,000 aside from what we gave, and then one beautiful young student had raised $130 on her own because she felt the need to give back, and I'm so proud of her and everyone. And anyone can donate any time to this, whether it's $10, $50, whatever they want, but it's beautiful. And the husband of the woman, he does have a full-time job in the community, and the kids are all going to school, and her English
absolutely.
is fantastic. And actually, our sister-in-law, if I may give a shout-out to Beth Loche, is one of the teachers that's teaching her, and she said she's at the MBCC upgrading, and she's doing beautifully.
Well, and that's what happens too. Is that so many of them, and especially a lot of them have been living in the refugee camps for 5, 6, 7 years, right? And so the kids haven't been to school. The parents, the moms typically finish school in grade 1 or 2 or 3, because then they raise families and all of that
Big
kind of
families.
stuff. And they're coming with no, work skills and stuff like that. So there's a lot for them to come here and a lot for them to learn, and they do.
It is
And
a huge
language alone.
challenge. for them
Yes,
to
and
take
learning
on all-
English,
yeah.
and they do, and it's amazing to see them, and they take nothing for granted.
No, they
and they
don't.
work so hard to be productive,
They do.
invested members of our community. It's
I just
amazing.
was so happy. I've given lots of presentations over the years, but I think in all of my years of helping
That
doing
one was,
fundraising, I cried. I don't normally cry, but when they cried,
Yeah,
the
of
people in the audience cried, and she cried. I thought, oh my gosh, this means so. It wasn't even that much. It just meant so much to her that
Well, of course.
I thought, wow,
and knowing that their family's coming.
knowing that
Yeah.
the family got
Yeah.
the message,
That they're gonna be
they're so
safe.
excited.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it was
That's
beautiful.
just it.
There's a
Well,
couple of
thank you.
fundraisers coming up.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to be emceeing one.
which I'm away for.
I know. Yeah, so it's the 4th annual Miramichi Emergency Center for Women.
Yes.
It's going to be having their gala on February 22nd.
And you did it last year,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yeah. So it's gonna be lots of fun. So that's
go.
at the Rod on February 22nd. Tickets are $50. Grand prize is a getaway to Casino New Brunswick for the weekend.
That's pretty nice. That's a beautiful.
Wow.
Giddy up.
Yeah. A weekend period.
I know, just a weekend
you did
away.
a great job
I'm like-
emceeing it last year, and now you're
it
going
was
to do
Yes,
it. I
yeah.
wish I could be around
Yeah.
That's just it.
That's okay. Next time.
next time.
And then not long after that, you're emceeing an event,
Yes,
and it's the
it's the, oh my gosh, it's the 9th annual Diva Diamond.
and we have such a
9
great
years
time.
in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is March 28th on a Saturday evening. And
Yes.
tickets will be posted probably about 3 weeks from now at Town Hill Jewelry
Yep.
under Lisa
Limited
Mitchell.
quantities, ladies.
Yes.
Sells out every
Limited.
year.
It has
Sells
sold
out
out.
every year.
Yeah.
You're not
Well,
going to
it's
want to miss
fun,
it.
right?
It is.
And
It is a girls' night out.
Nice, dress
No.
up, and not, you don't have to go out and buy new dress, ladies,
No.
but get something out of your closet even that you've worn the first
No.
year. Who's going to remember 9 years
It's
ago?
a highly entertaining evening if you've never experienced it
Absolutely.
before.
Absolutely.
I try.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, you really want to have a good
Yeah.
you want to go to that one. Yeah, we've
Yeah.
always had a great time at that night.
So the tickets will be out again at Town Hill Jewelry on the Square, Newcastle, and I guess the next couple of shows will put it out there exactly
Yes,
when they're
absolutely.
when they're out.
When they're going to be out.
So it's been 3 years since the big ice storm.
Oh my gosh, already.
Has it been that long
It's been
since we
3
had that?
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 years.
This week?
Yep.
Today?
Yep.
Somewhere around here?
Yep.
Yes.
3 years.
I was in Hawaii.
Shut us right down.
Oh,
You.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hawaii.
I don't think we're
Why
gonna
would
talk
you
to her
bring that
anymore.
up?
Because I had to. Because I wanted to see your face.
I'm like,
I think we're not going to talk to her.
we
anymore.
were shut down here for
Audrey,
days.
I'm just being saucy. I'm being saucy. I was worried sick about my parents.
But I
and
remember
my
when you flew
family.
in. Yeah,
Yeah.
but so we were out. We didn't have power for 8 days, but we have an apocalyptic size generator.
Good.
Yeah, and
Yes.
it's funny because I made fun of Dad like all the time because
No.
it's like a small submarine. So so the tank, the propane tank, is the size of a small submarine, right? And it's plugged right into our electrical panel. So I used to make fun of Dad all the time, but I mean he's lived in Africa for a long time, so I guess.
Bless his heart.
Better
Anyway,
safe
so-
than sorry.
So then he's like seriously, it's coming. And so then the ice storm hit. We were without power for 8 days.
8 full
right? We had 10
Right.
people living with us.
No.
Because that's like
That's huge.
So I don't make fun of him about the generator anymore.
No.
No,
No, I wouldn't either.
No.
I'd have to say I really lucked out from where I live because I'm on the hospital grid. So I was like out of power for maybe 5 hours.
See,
but
we're
no,
not-
I
we were 8 days.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, it was a lot.
It was a
So we're
nightmare.
heading
Yeah.
to break. So we're
Oh,
heading to break.
already?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
okay.
heading to break, and we've got great guests lined up for today. So
We
don't go
do.
too
We
far.
really do.
Grab a coffee. You want to, hot chocolate, whatever it is. Curl up on the
Yeah.
couch, and we'll see you. We'll see you right back after the break. Don't go too far. Thanks.
She's getting too soft.
Hi, and welcome back to Have a Chat. I'm your host today, Veronique Arsenault, joined by my wonderful co-hosts, and they are stunningly beautiful, gorgeous,
Isn't she
Judy
funny?
Loja and Audrey Lynch.
It's funny. It's Monday.
Hello.
She's got to pick us up somehow, right, Audrey?
Yes,
No, I
she
listen.
does.
We all got to suck up on Monday. Anyway, we have our first guest of the day, and
Yes,
we're so
we do.
thankful to have you, Dr. Sarah Wrigley McDonald. So welcome.
Very happy to have you.
Yes.
I'm
Welcome.
happy to be here.
Well, welcome. It's going to be a great show. It's
You're
always
the
a great
first
show.
guest on our new set.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Wow.
There's a record.
Well, it feels like I said, the Cadillac
new.
version. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
No, we're stepping up.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Barbara Walters, Oprah's next, something like that,
Yes,
right?
we should be going national anytime.
Anytime.
So Sarah, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I'm Chatham born.
Yes.
I went to James
Once a
Hill.
Tommy, always a Tommy.
Well, yeah, really. Go Tommies, go. And so I moved away for a while. I got my doctorate out west.
For you.
And now I'm back. And so I'm married to Peter, who's a teacher at James M. Hill.
Yes.
Tommies go. And I have 2 kids. I have a boy who's 9 and a girl who's 7.
And they don't keep you busy at all, I'm sure.
No, not
Plus,
at
you
all.
teach. You teach biology, do you not?
I do. So I teach for UNB Online.
Yes.
And so I have a number of courses with them. And I also teach locally at NBCC. I teach with their PNPSW program.
Oh, wow.
Busy
Wow,
woman.
busy.
I know.
Many
And
hats.
involved in other things too in the community besides what you're here to talk about. You're active.
Yes, yeah.
I think it's important to give back.
I know, and you do,
Yeah,
and you
I
have.
know you guys all do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some days I'm like, where am I going today?
What do I have to give?
No, I'm glad it's a small little city because I take wrong turns and go, oh no, that's not today.
Yes,
I'm
that's
going the other way.
Did I shower this morning?
Yeah.
I promise I put the deodorant on even
Yes.
if I didn't shower.
Yeah.
It's one of those days. Everybody,
Yeah.
okay?
It
You just
is.
have to bear
We're
with us a
allowed.
little bit. Yeah. So Sarah, talk to us about what you're here today to share with us.
So I'm here today representing hospice.
Yes.
So Hospice Miramichi is near and dear to all of our hearts.
Yes.
And so currently I'm the chair of the fundraising for operations. And so you may have noticed, if you've seen us online, that we're really upping our fundraising.
Yes.
And for many reasons, we're expanding our programs.
Yeah.
But also we do have, as you can see, there's walls coming up.
Yes.
Residential
Yes.
hospice,
Yeah.
hospice
It's
coming down
exciting.
the pipeline.
Very
So
exciting.
let's separate. Let's just so everybody's clear at home. So
Yep.
you're the chair for the operational
Yes.
fundraising, which
Yes.
means to keep the doors open. It's
You
not
got
to
it.
get the
Right.
building built
No,
or
not
or
at
or
all.
when people are there. It's not to pay for the care services. It's actually like to keep the lights on, to keep
Yes.
all of those
Yeah,
things
to pay
happening.
all the
Yeah.
operational
Heating,
costs to keep it running.
Exactly, yeah. So we have an
Okay.
agreement with the government, with
Okay.
the Department of Health, that for our operational costs, they'll cover direct nursing care.
Okay.
Anything else, heat, lights, food, laundry, admin, all has to be fundraised.
That's a big endeavor.
Exactly.
Ouch.
So yearly, we're looking at a fundraising goal of $200,000 plus.
Yearly.
Wow.
Yearly.
Yearly.
Yes. And so
Operating costs.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I know we keep.
I'm just
all of
like,
us are
yeah,
like,
well,
oh my goodness.
We're just,
Yeah.
Yeah, and so thankfully, I certainly have lots of people supporting me from the hospice side. We have a good team. We're building our team. If
Good.
anyone would like to help,
Yes.
and you'll see many new fundraisers coming up. And we have the ones we run all the time. So we have our hospice shop on Duke
Yes.
Street.
That's
yeah.
a beautiful
It's a
shop,
beautiful
by the
spot,
way.
yeah.
It is. They've done it up really, really
They
nice.
certainly
Yeah.
have. And for anyone that might be
Okay.
listening, Sarah, if you have some beautiful things that you want to donate, a nice jewelry piece that you're tired of, that looks good, that somebody would be
Yes,
interested in,
yeah.
a beautiful top without being picked or gently
No.
used, please take it to the hospice shop.
There's some
because
lovely
people will
things.
be in there buying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay.
anyone who makes a donation there, they're given a number, and at the end of the year, tax season, you get a charity receipt for
Right.
the value that it was
For the
sold.
things.
Oh, isn't that
All
wonderful?
volunteer run.
It's entirely volunteer run. So in our organization, we have 3 employees that run our programs. So we have Connie, our executive director.
Yes.
We have Shane Rogers, our office manager, and then we have Nicole, who runs our day hospice program.
Okay.
Other than that, all of our programs are run by volunteers.
Well, and I don't think that people realize that the hospice shop is run by volunteers. I
It
think they
is,
feel
yeah.
they think it's
the
That's
employed
great.
stuff. Yeah.
That it's
Yeah,
employable.
Great gesture.
Yeah. Isn't
I
that
have
amazing?
a quick question about, now you were talking about the operating costs of $200,000 and you have an agreement with the government to,
Yes.
compared to other hospice operations in the province, is this a similar agreement or is this specific to you or is?
This is very similar to what
Okay.
this province offers.
Okay.
So other provinces do cover all operating costs.
Okay, they do.
I'm not
Okay.
sure which do
Where?
exactly.
Yeah.
Nova Scotia does for sure. And so it's certainly going to be a challenge for us. I mean,
Correct.
currently we fundraise, it's over 100,000 a year. That's
Wow.
for our current operating costs.
Okay.
But we're looking at doubling that.
Yeah.
And we need to because we'll have a brand new building.
Yeah.
8-bed
right.
hospice.
Yes.
So 8-bed
right.
hospice.
With how many respite beds?
So it'll be 6 that are
6.
palliative and 2 respite
and the 2
beds.
respite to make for the 8.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
And so that facility too will house our day hospice program, which is near and dear to my heart.
Yes.
Right, that's why I
Of
got
course.
involved. My dad was one of the first clients for
he
day hospice,
was.
and he still attends.
Yeah.
And
Tell
it's-
us a little bit about
Yeah,
day
what is
hospice.
that? What is
Sure.
day hospice in case there's anybody?
I love the day hospice program. I'm very passionate about it, as you can probably tell. So my dad has MS, so as an example of a client, and as his physical abilities became more limited, his social circle shrank.
Of course.
Right.
And so day hospice offers the chance for clients, individuals who have chronic life-limiting conditions to come to our program where they have trained volunteers who can help them with whatever challenges they have in their day-to-day functioning
Right.
while in a social environment.
That's a wonderful plan.
It's wonderful.
It
And
really
you would
is.
think, given that everyone, all the clients there have these life-limiting conditions, that it would be a negative environment, but you walk in and it's nothing but smiles.
Yes.
People are laughing.
Well, they're
in their
getting to be
place.
social and participate in
Yeah.
social activities that otherwise they wouldn't be able
Well,
to.
exactly. And in an environment where, you know, being in a wheelchair or needing assistance to use the facilities or help with your lunch is completely normal,
Yes.
right? Then it's a really beautiful place to be,
Where you
and
can
it's one of our
visit and bring in your own
Exactly.
energy and your own children up to
Yeah.
visit, and your mom can spend time and all of his loved ones, and it's just a positive thing to have him surrounded by people that he can really, that can bring him up.
Well, and he's really developed his own. They call themselves family. They're the
Right.
day hospice family,
Nice.
and it's really wonderful. So that's one of our services.
Well, and I loved how you said, you know, as they're going through their daily activities, it makes them normal.
yes.
And that
Yeah.
is that, you know, that one piece I think that we miss so often is that feeling of normalcy.
Yes.
And that, you know, when things are tougher or you're trying to get through something, you miss that, you know. But when the new reality becomes normal, then it's a little bit easier to take.
Yeah. And I mean, for Dad as well, I mean, if he was going to visit another friend, it would be limited
Yeah.
because if he needed assistance with something, you don't
They're
want
not
to.
trained, and he wouldn't
Exactly.
want to
No.
ask.
No, you
right?
wouldn't want to impose. Where here, he's visiting his friends, and he can have whatever care he needs at the same time.
That's
Isn't
true.
that amazing?
And your
Yeah.
fundraisers, like you're always brainstorming. I attended one, I emceed one last year. That was a big success. Do you want to talk about that one that the Rotary Club of Newcastle
Yes.
actually helped with, which was
Yes.
a biggie?
That was amazing. And so, first time I've been to that event. I don't know why I missed it before.
It was a purse auction, bags and bubbles.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
bags
Okay,
and
I was like,
bubbles.
so which one was it? Yes, yes, I love
Yeah.
that.
And
yeah.
I was blown away at the organization, and the Rotary Club was just amazing.
They
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
They really are.
And so the donations going towards companion beds. And so in the residential hospice, if an individual is there and one of his loved ones wants to curl up with them, and it makes me teary-eyed, but it's a beautiful thing to be able to curl up with a loved one. In a normal hospital bed, you're very limited.
Oh, yeah, I'm not
Usually an
going into that.
armchair that you're sitting in an
Yeah.
armchair or bent over your
Yeah.
own little cot or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
And you're
Trying to be close and spend
Yeah.
some quality time and some, you know.
Well,
that-
exactly, especially at a time when
You know.
you really want
Yeah.
to be as
Yeah.
close as possible.
Yes.
So that's a beautiful thing, right
And the
there.
Rotary Club at that point, I should remember the exact amount, was it $40,000 or something that they put towards beds that they helped raise?
I don't believe it was that high.
It wasn't that high,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Unfortunately, it was
No.
amazing. The number was
In
amazing.
spirit, maybe.
And I
Okay.
don't have the
Yes.
number off the top of my head, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But still, it did
It was
provide
oh,
It
some
was
beds.
substantial.
It was definitely
substantial.
worth the effort that you
Oh,
put in
yeah,
to put
certainly.
it on, right?
Yes, certainly,
Okay,
yeah.
so there's lots of fundraising yet to do.
Yes.
So again, it's
Again,
Monday.
it's Monday.
Right, it's Monday, and for whatever
no.
reason, the tongue has decided not to work at all.
Mine's been yours.
So the hospice shop is one way that you raise funds.
Yes, right.
What else we got going on?
So we have our own toonie draw.
Yes.
And
Oh,
so
toonie,
it's
yes.
our bucket of bucks.
Yes.
And it's a bit of a twist because the winner gets 60% of the take per week instead of 40.
Nice.
And so that's been
Oh,
working.
I like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
60?
I
It's
know.
great.
I'm not in that one yet. I'm gonna have to.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
happy to sign you up.
There you go. That's true.
Yes.
So that's a really fun one, and that's been going very well. So those are the two that are running consistently, and we currently have a trip draw running.
Yes.
Oh,
Trip
yes.
draw.
So,
So
yes,
our
I've seen
ex-
that.
It's our experience of a lifetime draw, and so in keeping with the hospice motto of living your best life for as long as you can,
Yeah.
we wanted to focus on experiences. And
So
so,
true.
well-
that gives me goosebumps.
You'd love that.
I know.
That part there.
Adventures.
Yeah.
it's well, and I'm a person who loves travel.
I know.
And so we have Costa Rica and snorkeling and kayaking and Paris with
Yeah.
tours of
I
the
have
Eiffel
the flyer
Tower.
up
and-
at home. I love
And
that.
so it's a wonderful draw. It's there's 6 trips.
Mm-hmm.
Each trip it's a premium trip. It's a high-end trip, and they all come with $1,000 spending money.
That's
Giddy up.
beautiful.
I know, right?
So
I
it's
know.
people that might be just saying, where can I get my ticket again?
Yes.
There is, you said Costa Rica, there's Paris.
Banff is another one I know.
Banff is another
Hawaii
one.
is another one I
Hawaii is
know.
another one.
Yeah, and there's
Because I'm really good at
Italy.
it.
Which
Yeah.
one?
Italy.
Italy is on there.
Yeah,
So
Italy's
they're
on there.
$125 a ticket.
They're $125 a
and you can
ticket.
buy them online.
You can get them
correct?
online on hospice.com. You can get them at
Don't
the
even have to
hospice
leave your
shop.
house.
The hospice shop if you're downtown
Yeah.
too.
All the Petro cans have them as well, and Mill Cove Coffee, Country Floral, and Riverside Entertainment.
When's the draw, Sarah?
February 15th.
Valentine's Day
Yes.
weekend.
Giddy up. You feeling lucky at all?
Yeah, I am.
Absolutely.
You have to get that
I am.
ticket though to win.
No.
So one of the fun parts too is we have the 6 trips. We also have 5 $1,000 prizes,
That's beautiful.
and all the tickets drawn go back in. So in theory, you could win all of them.
What an exciting
Oh,
day.
really?
It's going to be
In
a very
theory, I would
exciting
love
day.
that.
I
So
know.
someone did have a question for me because I did have the flyer at work. They were like, "How many tickets are you selling? Is there a limited
There's
number?"
a maximum of 1,000.
Okay, there is.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
there's a maximum
So
of 1,000.
there are a few left.
There are some left,
Okay.
yes, but you
Okay.
better grab them because now they're
Yeah.
really picking up in sales.
No.
Put one of my sons put in a little box for one of my kids for Christmas, and he said, "Oh, this is so cool."
I know.
Because
Yeah.
really though, what do you get a kid that's 21, right?
No.
Yeah.
And so now he's looking
Yeah.
he's going to be waiting once that
me too.
that date comes around to say, "Am I going anywhere to Italy?" Or
Yes.
Yeah.
hopefully he'd love
I
any of
know,
those.
right?
And then what other fundraisers do we have? How do we help you? how do we volunteer?
Well,
Yeah.
you can certainly volunteer.
Okay.
So, so fundraising is certainly part of it. But as we discussed already, mainly everything is volunteer run. And
Okay.
so we have expanded our services. We now have in-home care. So again, with
nice.
an agreement with EMP, extramural program, we can provide palliative care in home. So that's by trained PSWs. We have our outreach program. So our outreach program has palliatively trained volunteers go into clients' homes and just spend time with them.
Yeah.
So often people are lonely, they become
Yes.
secluded.
Right.
And so Connie told me a beautiful story about a client who simply wanted to go through their photos and write out the stories associated with the pictures. And I love that idea
Me too.
because as family members, you're busy, you're rushed,
Yeah.
and so if a volunteer comes in and just spends quality time with
Yes.
someone, they can
Yeah.
write those family stories, and what a legacy.
And even to watch a hockey game and say, who wants to,
Yeah.
a man
Watch
alone
it.
watching
No.
a game alone and because the energy's not drawn, right?
No,
so
it's not
it's
the
you and
same.
I saying,
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
go Leafs, go.
And the other, and Connie's told the story often, and I love it. It's there was someone who was faced with giving up their pet, their dog,
Oh,
and
goodness.
because they couldn't walk the dog every day, and so a volunteer was going in to walk the dog, and
Yeah.
and like so then that provides the comfort too to that person, like when the volunteer's not even there because the dog is still there. Yeah.
You could do someone's hair, you could do someone's nails, you could do someone's
Anything.
makeup to make them
No.
feel better, help them if they have a wig to wear to get it set. And
Yeah, an outreach program too provides transportation to medical appointments in the city and even out of the city.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful program, Sarah.
Yeah, it's
how long
beautiful.
how long have you been with the board?
I've been on the board for about 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and the board has really expanded. We have a lot of new people and a lot of energy.
Yes.
There's so much momentum now going forward with the residential
Excitement.
hospice and the expanding of our programs, and so there's so much going on. It's a really exciting time to be part of residential.
Now you can drive by
hospice.
and you can actually see it's
I know.
going, it's coming
Yeah.
Every
along.
day, yeah.
I mean, winter was slow, but now you see the walls are going up, and then
Yes,
once that
exactly.
roof comes on, then things
No.
are just going to start happening.
With the outreach programs and things like that, give us an idea where we are as a city in Miramichi as the number of people that you're actually, who require your services or that we are helping with this.
So outreach is limited
Is
in
it?
terms of our volunteer base. So we do have a
Okay.
very strong
There
volunteer
is.
base. And so generally, if someone makes a request and if they would fit into our program, then we can find a volunteer to meet with them.
Right.
Often people don't know that hospice is here.
Okay.
And if they do know of us, they don't necessarily know the services that we offer. So
Okay.
this is such a wonderful opportunity to share
get the
that
word out there.
exactly that we do
Yeah.
have that outreach program. We do have the day hospice program, and we
Right.
do have that in-home care through extramural as well.
And Connie offers the training. She promotes
She
the training
does.
sessions
Yes,
and
that's
gives lots
right.
of notice to people where you can go and
Yeah.
you can find that information online as well.
Yep, so our volunteers do have palliative training as well, not as caregivers, but
Okay.
simply to make them more aware of the fact that they're working with someone who is palliative,
Right.
to try and help them really
Positive.
make it positive.
Yeah.
So our PSWs that work in the in-home care, they're doing hands-on care, and they are trained PSWs with additional palliative training.
Oh, that's interesting.
So
Yeah.
just before we head to break, because we're all done
Oh.
almost, what's the biggest thing that you want everybody to know out there about hospice?
Good question. That hospice is more than just working with people who are at end of life.
Yeah.
That it's maximizing quality of life for as long as possible.
Right.
And that palliative, that term can be defined in many ways, not just at the very end of life.
Yeah.
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 Be a long time with an illness that is
Yeah.
just
Yes.
prolonging your good
The
health.
quality of that and those experiences can still be that of a positive nature.
Exactly.
Right?
You can have a wonderful life in spite of having physical limitations.
Yes. I was just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Wonderful.
We want to make sure that everybody checks out the website to make sure to get your tickets, because I'm going to get mine as soon as we're done. And there's going to be lots coming up this year, we know, to help
Yes.
support hospice, and we're looking forward to that.
Yes.
And get the word out there and
Yeah.
talk about it's a tough subject sometimes to talk about when people are heading towards end of life, but we want to make sure that we do it in the best way that we can.
Exactly.
Support hospice,
Yes,
folks.
Yes.
Support
Thank
these
you.
Definitely.
special
Don't be shy to
cause.
ask for the information
Yeah,
and get the help.
absolutely. Yeah.
Definitely.
Thank you so much. You're
Well,
doing a great job,
we
Sarah.
really want to thank you for coming and sharing today, and
Perfect.
we're all going to get our tickets right after this.
Might
But
not be any left.
yeah, and check out the hospice shop. Make sure that if you have some wonderfully used, gently used stuff at home, that you take it in and donate and support hospice in every way you can. So thanks so much, and don't go too far. We're heading off to break for another couple minutes. Come back soon. Hi, and welcome back to Have a Chat. I'm your host today, Veronique Arsenault, with my stunningly beautiful, wonderfully brilliant, just incredibly gifted co-host, Judy Loge.
I didn't bring a shovel. I could have brought a snow shovel. Thank you,
Incredibly
Veronique.
gifted.
Our dollars are paying off.
I know.
Okay.
It's the dollar, the tunies I get every time.
Thank you.
Anyway, welcome back, of course, after the break. And we have another wonderful guest to join us today, Angela Thomas. So welcome, Angela.
Hello.
Thank you for coming out on this wonderful, balmy Monday.
Yes.
I'm hoping that your tongue isn't as tight as mine is today.
Mine, it doesn't seem to want to unravel, but she's my neighbor.
So we'll just talk. It'll just be you and I.
Yeah, that's right. We'll just hang out over here.
We've been neighbors for many years now.
Yes, you have
Next
been. That's
door
right.
neighbors.
Yeah. So, Angela, you're the owner of the Divine Medi-Spa on Highway 11, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So, tell us a little bit about you. Tell the viewers all about you.
Well, I'm from Miramichi, from Chatham. Went to Jameson Hill with Judy.
Yes.
Once
Quite
you
a
told me I
while
was
back.
done.
Yes. We had our day.
We love the Flamu as well. I'm just kidding.
And my background is I'm a registered respiratory therapist and asthma COPD educator. So I decided to get into this new business and named it Divine Medi-Spa. We're still looking for a slogan out there. If anybody knows one, there's a contest to win a free facial.
Ooh.
Okay.
And the reason I got interested in this is because I saw it on Marilyn Dennis one day, and it showed about oxygen and how oxygen is delivered with a facial. So it really piqued my interest, and so I went ahead and contacted the company and found out more information on how this works.
So say it again. You saw the machine on Marilyn Dennis, the
Yeah.
Oxygenale machine.
Oxygenale, yeah, that's how it all started. And the Oxygenale machine works by making oxygen from within your body come up to your skin, wherever you're doing the Oxygenale treatment. So it could be face, neck, chest, hands, wherever you decide. So there's a formula in it. There's an acid and a base, all natural products mixed together. And when the acid and the base go together, it actually makes carbon dioxide bubbles on your skin, when the carbon dioxide bubbles form, then oxygen comes up to the surface of wherever those are.
Right.
And what happens is your collagen comes with it and your elastin fibers and hyaluronic acid. And that's what keeps us from aging. So
All that good stuff.
But we have less of it as we get older.
Yes.
Yes. So this does it naturally instead of injecting it.
So I've actually had the facial and loved it. It was nothing that I expected.
No.
But I really enjoyed it, and I have quite sensitive skin, so I was a little worried that
Hesitant?
Skin.
yeah, like because I worried that because my skin is quite reactive, so I thought, well, who knows, right? But anyway, so Angela actually did my facial a couple of weeks ago. I had booked an appointment, and I loved it. And when I came out, it's funny because my skin is very dull.
No, it's pretty.
Well,
I
it's
like your
pretty
skin,
right now,
yeah.
but my skin is very dull typically. Like, and it's it's a lot of years of makeup, not taking great care of it, being out in the sun, that kind of stuff.
Party.
Oh my gosh, I'm wild. I am such a wild woman. I tell you, I just can't even stand myself. But anyway. It's not true.
It's not true.
No. So anyway, but I have quite dull skin, and then right here I have quite a bit of redness. So anyway, I went in and Angela did this wonderful treatment, and it was nothing that I expected, and it was instant. After the treatment, my skin looked brighter. In my own mind, I looked like I was 17 again. But
it had a glow and it had a texture. The surface of it was that noticeably different.
And it wasn't like a product. Like it wasn't a product look.
Yeah.
It was. It looked like my
Exfoliating.
skin. Like it,
Your genuine
and it was
skin.
still that way. Like it still looks like that now, which
Yes.
is it's been a couple weeks since I had the facial. So it wasn't. When you put a dewy product on, it looks like it's sitting on your skin. But this
Right.
was actually my
Coming
skin
from
looked that way, and I
inside.
went, huh.
Well, I've got to go back, and I'm going to tell the viewers in all honesty that my skin was not looking great. And Angela, I knew about her new business, the new machine, and I thought, I'm going to give that a try. She said the best benefits you told me were if you go consecutively every other
Week for 6
a
weeks.
week for 6 weeks. Now,
Okay.
I wasn't true to that going every week, but I did try to go, and I did go for the 6 weeks, did I not? And Gerard thought I was a different woman. He said, who are you?
Giddy up.
No. Everybody said, your skin, and I'm not joking, looks amazing. And I was getting compliments.
Yeah.
I was doing shows, and people were saying, what are you doing for your skin?
Yes,
And I noticed your skin looks so good, and so I'm a walking testament. Now, I haven't had it done lately, so the effects of being not so
Because
good.
once you have your initial 6, she was saying 6, then your maintenance of that would be, what
Whenever
would you
you
recommend?
want.
It's
And
time for me.
Like
Whenever you want.
You would
Okay,
know.
so,
once
because
a month,
people's
once every
skin-
2 months, once every 6 months, whatever you want.
right.
And what you'd notice when your skin is
When you
starting to
feel
get
it.
dehydrated again.
Yeah.
So what it does, it doesn't treat deep wrinkles. It
Okay.
does fine lines. It hydrates your skin. There's a few different formulas with it.
Okay.
There's
Because everybody's skin type
Yeah,
is different, right?
that's right.
Okay.
There's 3 main ones. The first one, it's relatively new, is charcoal, and that's good for acne.
I love
so-
charcoal. I had it
Yeah,
in a
there's
soap
a-
once before, and I just absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's one for anti-aging, which
I could
puts
suck
more
the whole
moisture
bottle
in.
right up. Like, give your pour it down.
Plumps up your
Pour it
skin
down
to
my
help
throat.
smooth out those lines.
Yeah, and then there's one for making the skin blend together, like if somebody has different pigmentations.
Okay, rosacea,
Yeah,
things like that,
yeah.
where it's
mild
redder
to moderate
or- okay.
rosacea. We can treat. We
What
can
about
treat
age
any.
spots?
Yeah.
Okay.
It won't take it away. but
Diminishes
it'll
them.
Okay.
diminish. We can treat any skin type. We can even treat people with keloid scars.
Okay.
Good.
Basically anything. Like it's an amazing treatment for everybody.
It
Kim
certainly is.
Kardashian gets it all the time.
I know. She was telling me
Oh,
that as she
wow.
was doing my face. I'm like, yes, I am. I'm just like the Kardashians. I
Yeah.
swear.
No, she's probably got it all over Instagram. We'll have to check out
But
Kim.
I'm walking testament that my skin looked like it doesn't look good now. But when I was getting those done, it was so supple, pink, soft, and glowing. And even without makeup on, I was still happy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. I loved it.
And it's easier to put on the makeup.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, your skin is more accepting of the products, correct? When you have a cleaner slate to
But
work
between
with.
getting it done and running home, I hope no one will see me because you go in with no makeup on.
Yes. Yes.
But you leave
for-
looking good.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
your
felt
skin
good.
looks good regardless. Now, are there any restrictions whatsoever? Is there a client that you would, after your initial assessment, would not recommend it for them?
No, there's different parts to that treatment.
Okay.
There's the original one, which everybody can get, basically. If they're under 18 years old, we need a parental consent,
Okay.
like everything.
Yep.
But the ultrasound part of it, I wouldn't do that on somebody with a pacemaker or electrical
Right.
stimulants inside or
Yeah, 'cause there is an
defibrillators or
ultrasound
something like
component
that.
to
There
it,
is an
right.
ultrasound component, yes.
Yeah.
And there's a massage component as well, which is fine for everybody.
Right.
I just want to congratulate you on your huge spa. And you have so much more going on than Oxygeneo. Could you just try to touch, because we
Okay.
don't have too
Yeah.
long. We want to cover what you cover.
Okay, there's another treatment as well. It's called the Divine Pro. It's a machine. These are all machines.
Okay.
Okay, this machine does radio frequency needles all together with needles. Everybody's heard of microneedling, most likely. We also have a machine does microneedling without the radio frequency as well.
Okay.
Now, the radio frequency one, it's easier for the needles to go in, so I don't need to freeze you. You have no downtime, really, just 1 to 2 days, and it's for your deep wrinkles
Okay.
and age spots and
Oh.
like, yeah, and you can do, there's different modalities to that machine. There's 4 different ones. So I can do radio frequency alone, like if you had bags under your eyes or you wanted to do an eye lift or chin lift or anything like that. As you can see, I don't have all the treatments done. It's just like a carpenter. I'm the last to
Yeah.
be done.
Yeah, yeah.
I've had some, but
Aw.
Yeah.
so if you want to concentrate on certain areas that bother you, so I do a consult first. That consult's free. So then you would decide what you would like to do and what budget you would have, obviously. So this treatment, then I could do dynamic muscle activation. Let's say you want to pull up here your jawline and stuff like that. So I could do radio frequency with the dynamic muscle activation, so it activates the muscles by themselves with the machine.
Wow.
And I can also do volumizing, so that's for older people, so that's for your really deep wrinkles. So it's going way into the layers of the skin. So we have the epidermis first, then the dermis, and the
layers.
fat, and then the muscles. So we're going way into the dermis for this one. So we do the deep wrinkles.
Okay.
And then there's another one, the last one, trifractional, and that's for the top layer. Let's say if somebody has age spots, sunspots,
Or these,
stuff
like
like
I
that.
have some acne
Yeah.
spots from my teenage
Yeah.
hood I'd
Yes.
like to get rid
Yeah.
of.
That's
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's trifractional. So that's that machine. And I was the 3rd one in Canada to get this machine.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh, Angela.
Yeah.
What about the neck? Because that's my, we all have a part that we're not happy
Yeah.
with. Even over my
Yeah.
face, my neck is the one that bothers me for slackness.
Yeah,
under
you
my
can
nose.
do that on that.
And she said hers
Yeah.
is under her
Under my
eyes,
eyes,
mine's
yeah.
my neck, and
Yeah.
Audrey, you don't have any problems.
Well,
do
I'm
you?
noticing the décolleté, and I'm wearing a turtleneck, décolletés. I'm touching my microphone, sounds probably heavy.
Oh.
But, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
things are probably,
That's
you know,
for
that
that.
bothers me.
Okay.
I
The
noticed
We all
that.
have, every woman has
Yeah, we
something.
all have something.
Yeah. The trifractional would be really good for that. I did
Yes.
some people with
Oh,
that.
did
and
you? Yeah.
people said, oh my gosh, they took at least 10 years off you.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
go on.
Yeah, see, everybody
Yeah.
tells me how tired I look.
Oh,
all the time.
stop. They're rude.
Yeah, it's great.
And then another one we have is called the Dermastamp.
Okay.
Oh.
And that machine is, these are from Germany. This
Okay,
is
this
European.
line. Yeah.
And all the products that we have are from Europe too, so they're not tested on animals, they're vegan and all of that. We sell products there as well to go with the equipment. Now this one's the Dermastamp, and the difference is this is the collagen induction therapy or the microneedling. We have the medical grade needles, and this is a patented technology. So they're rounded, 180 degrees rounded, and you have lots out on the market that are blunt and can cause your skin to go into emergency mode. So then later on you get scarring
Yes.
years later.
Yeah.
But this is what you see on internet and stuff. You know, they call it the vampire facial and stuff like
Oh,
that,
yes,
but
yes.
it's really not when we do it because it's controlled. It goes right in and it closes up really quickly. We cause no damage.
Okay.
Right.
So your epidermal layer, your top layer is protected.
Wow.
And it's medical grade. They did 20 years of testing in Germany at the Children's Hospital for burns. So this is burn scars. So it's for acne scars, burn scars,
Wonderful.
any type of scars. It's for deep wrinkles and all of that.
You
so
have it all.
yeah,
Stretch
so they have
marks?
that. Stretch marks, yes.
Okay.
Plus
That's
that,
I'm
yeah.
like a lot of women out
A
there
lot
who
of
have had
women,
babies
yeah.
or just even weight gain and loss.
Sure.
I noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
For
use your
this
skin
one-
cream. I just want to tell people I do
Okay.
use your facial stuff,
Yes.
and I do love it. I love it. I love it.
It's from Germany.
It's from Germany, and I have the day moisturizer, the night cleaner, all that.
Yes.
I want to get more though. I need more product. No, I need more of the solution stuff for cleansing and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. And then So that's the e-derma stamp. We do have to freeze for that one, and there is a bit of
Okay.
downtime,
Okay.
about 2 days.
Okay.
Okay?
That's not bad though.
No,
Yeah.
better than having surgery.
Yeah.
No,
Absolutely.
that's just it.
And we also have out there for hair regrowth as well. It goes with this
Wow.
machine. So we do different formulas for the hair part, and it makes their hair regrow. We need something to work with, though. You can't be just
yeah.
100%
No,
bald.
no. You have to have a
great.
viable hair follicle, I would
Yes,
think.
yes. You would know that being a hairdresser.
What is on your arm?
That's called the E-Smarter,
Okay.
and this is from the Vox Life technology.
Oh yes,
And
I
this
have
is-
the socks.
Yes, but this
Yes.
works different than the socks.
Okay.
So there's the socks, the insoles, the patch, a new knee brace. Came out with it, same for pain and
Right.
stuff like that.
Okay.
There's new compression socks with the Vox as well.
So these are
So now
therapeutic
these, yeah,
items.
wellness.
Wellness.
So these
okay.
are covered under your insurance, the
Okay.
compression
Oh,
socks.
nice.
And I just measure you for that if you drop by.
So you're wearing that for carpal tunnel?
No, I'm wearing
No?
this for the cognitive part of my brain.
Oh.
To think.
Pass it over.
Be
I was going
smart.
to say you probably should have handed those
Computer
out at the
work.
beginning.
Can I wrap my whole body?
Gaming and everything
really?
like that. They've done all
Oh,
kinds of
okay.
brain mapping and studies to
Okay.
see what it does.
Oh,
And
wow.
it just is a
My
pattern
boys would just
that
be
goes
one.
right up into your brain. It takes 20 minutes to start working once you put it onto your arm.
Wow.
So I'm gonna
And
start
it's your
wearing it to all
dominant
my
arm.
meetings. Okay.
Your
Yes.
dominant arm.
But
So
you
those
also
are
have,
at the store
sorry,
too.
I know we're going to run out of
Yeah,
time.
we've only got about a minute left.
At your
Oh,
clinic,
okay.
she has an osteopath, you have a massage.
Yeah.
Just tell people where you are and what your services are quickly.
Yeah, we have a massage therapist, a manual osteopath. We have a doctor, Dr. Zaganti. She does the freeze pen. The
She
freeze
did-
pens for moles and tags and
She did my
marks
nose
and
She
stuff
did my
like
nose
that.
last week. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
about a 2-week healing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the location, people want to know where to
It's
reach you.
201 King Street, which is hard to find. It's the old tourism building though.
201
And there's a big
King
face
Street.
painted on the side, thanks to Ali Howe, who
Chatting.
painted that.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So yeah, as you drive out Highway 11 and you pass, the Irving and then the base,
Tim.
it's right there.
Yeah.
And I wanted to quickly show you this. It's called Tri-Lipo. It's for reducing fat and toning and tightening your skin. So it has dynamic muscle activation, the radio frequency, just like that other machine. So it heats up and it empties the fat cells into the lymphatic
Like
system.
thighs
So
and
yes, you can pick a body part, like if you're worried about your banana roll, they call it down here, from having babies, your
Yeah.
thighs, your legs, your arms, whatever.
Yeah.
You'd pick a part and it empties the fat cells into the lymphatic system, so it's very safe. It's got 3 poles, 2 negatives, 1 positive. You don't need a ground. No chance of shock or anything like that. And there's no downtime.
How long?
Go right back to work.
From when you do it till you see it?
You'll see some immediate results.
Like under
Yes.
the arm, I find, like I get looseness under the arm with
Yeah.
my age and
Yeah,
everything
me
that
too.
could firm that
Yeah.
up.
Me too.
Yeah.
I would love to get that.
I'm just gonna come spend the week with you.
My neighbor, what are you doing
We
tonight?
have gift certificates.
all
And I
these
should
machines at your
say,
house. Yeah.
February 1st to the 28th are our big sales for Valentine's. That
Oh,
Oxygeneo
okay.
is on sale for $99. And
I'll be back.
gift certificates and 20% off all product.
Wow. Get the
Except the
product.
Vox, I can't change the Vox prices.
No.
Those are
No.
set. And the massage therapy, we can't change that because they're not allowed to put sales.
But the special starts
but
again.
February 1st to the 28th. So all
Beautiful.
you people out there that want to
For
buy Valentine's
Valentine's.
gift certificates.
Divine
Excellent.
MediSpa.
Yeah.
Beautiful, Angela.
I'm
What a
just gonna
beautiful
come
business.
dip my whole body.
I'm just gonna move in with her.
I am too. I'm coming to move in with you so that we can go to her.
Maybe they need some. She needs some new
Models.
faces.
Yes.
That, some before and after, so we can be her advertising.
Thank you to Angela. Thank you to all
Thank
to
you,
both of our
Angela.
guests today. Have a great week, and we can't wait to see you next week. Thanks
you
from
next
all
week.
of us here.
Safe
Thanks
travel.
for joining us.
Have a great week.
Thank you, girls.